So good morning. Thank you so much. My name is Nora Crosswaite, and I am the founder and CEO of Stagerie. Let's see if it's gonna, there we go. How many of you have ever sold a house? Sucks. I'm a realtor in Des Moines. I have also sold a house, and it's hard because all of a sudden, your home needs to be gorgeous, magazine ready. It needs to compete with what's there on HGTV. And somehow, a lot of times, you're still living in the house while you're selling it. So you have to take your stuff and make it neutral for buyers without cutting it down so much that they feel like the house is sterile. This is a very low estimate of how much more money you can make when you actually take the time to stage your house. I've seen numbers anywhere from 5 to 20% to 10%. So if you have your basic $200,000 house, that's $20,000 that you as a seller could make on the sale of your home. And I would take that in a heartbeat. When we're talking about home renovations and HGTV, all of those things, the clickbait on Facebook and social media tends to be this massive, massive transformation. However, if we're staging an occupied home, it's really not that massive. It is small touches. So this is an example home. They actually sold for $13,000 above their extremely aggressive list price. And all we did was tell them exactly what to do. Remove the coffee table, show off the floors, move some lamps, tidy up a bit, etc. It's kind of like in Highlights magazine, looking at two pictures and trying to guess all the differences. That's exactly what occupied staging is. Now, when we talk home staging, there's a number of different types of staging. There's virtual staging, where we're looking to put furniture in an existing photo. There's vacant staging, where you have nothing and now you need to put furniture in. But there's really not as much for occupied home staging at a national level. So that's what we're doing. Most of my clients are regular people. They are not be able to carry 2 mortgages for any length of time. They're still living in their house while it's on the market. The reason I got into occupied home staging is because I can't stage. I can't do it. And I would walk around at clients' homes and they would say, what would we do? What should we do with this before room? And I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. Well, do you think the furniture looks okay? And I'd say, yeah, I don't know. So that is how Stagerie was born. If staging is so awesome, why doesn't everyone stage? I have talked to a lot of realtors and homeowners, and a lot of times they just are like, no, this is not something I want to do. And here's why. I don't know a stager. I can't find a stager. Okay. It's really expensive, right? Isn't this like for luxury houses? I just have a $200,000 house. I don't have time to deal with it. I don't have time to meet with a stager. Trying to fit one more appointment during the hours of 9 to 5 or whatever is difficult. Or this is my favorite. I just Googled and Google told me to deep clean and it's good enough. Stagerie is fixing traditional staging. We are taking each of these items and fixing them. We have a bank of stagers in 5 different states. We have vetted them. They have applied. If they are not certified, they have to do a test stagery before they're allowed on the platform. And I'm going to give a shout out to Jeannie. Jeannie was one of my very first stagers. Our flat rate for an occupied home staging consultation is $180 for the whole house, whether it's 3-bedroom or 5-bedroom. We don't care. We really want to make staging accessible to everyone, because I got to be honest, I'm tired of showing ugly homes. Once you take pictures using your cell phone of your house, it takes about 5 minutes to upload them and get them in. There's no appointment needed. You don't need to schedule. What I have realtors do is they'll meet with their seller and take a bunch of pictures on their phone, just as the house sits, and upload them that night while they're sitting on the couch watching Housewives of Atlanta. Angela, you've got such a great smile. I just can't help but react. And I don't want to say anything, but we are better than Google. We will not tell you you need to declutter. First of all, the word decluttering really upsets me. We use the term pre-packing because my beloved Longhorns poster in the background there is not clutter. Secondly, we really get into the specifics. We might say, hey, take this couch, move it to your other wall. You've got a great lamp in the basement. I want it in this corner of your living room to bring in more light. And by the way, once you've taken down all of your possessions that are not clutter, that wall's going to be empty. Here's an awesome print you can buy from Target for $25. Buy something like this and put it on the walls. What I found from experience is when we have a stager in person, a lot of times they will say something like, you need to buy throw pillows for the couch. True story. I did that once. I bought throw pillows for my couch before I listed my house for sale, my personal home. And I brought them home and my husband looked at them and said, honey, these don't match the couch. Do you know what color your couch is? We're still married. He was absolutely right. I need a link. I'm not good at staging. I need something I can click on and hit buy now and ship it to my house. That's what we do. Our stagers focus on the details, and that's what sets us apart. 3 basic steps for a client. You upload pictures of your home on your cell phone, not marketing photos. Like I would take photos of whatever I've got on my desk, totally fine. Submit the project. You get the consultation report in 2 days via email, and it's a checklist, item by item by item by item. So we are focused on providing a win-win-win. Our sellers make more money, maybe with less time, that would be ideal. Our realtors look really good when you, as a realtor, bring in a team with a stager and a photographer, and you can say, I've got this for you, Ms. Seller, Mr. Seller, start to finish. What that leads to, it could lead to more commission, great, but it really leads to more referrals, and we like referrals as realtors. And then my stagers love it. We've had all of our stagers have joined organically because it allows them to design their lives. They can put together the report at 11 p.m. or 5 a.m. I don't care. Plus, it's a way for them to use our back-end software, and it cuts the amount of time spent on creating a report in half. And it allows the stagers to work when they want to. We have a project that gets submitted. Everybody gets to decide, do they want it or not? First one to accept will get it. So we're really focused on enabling stagers to make more money with less driving around. So where we're going, this is a quarter behind. We'll talk about Q3 this year in a minute. We launched last year in the middle of the hottest sellers market in recent history. So we were a little bit slow, and now we're gaining steam because the market is slowing. Third quarter last year, we were able to receive the Iowa VentureNet Proof of Commercial Relevance funding. Last quarter of last year, we started adding stagers. I have stagers in Oregon, South Carolina, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Missouri so far, and all of them have come to me and asked. This year, we were accepted into the Iowa Startup Accelerator. It's our only investment. Otherwise, we've been bootstrapped. And through that program, we've really focused on growth and traction. And then at the end of the program, we started working on partnerships. We are now the only occupied home staging company that's a RE/MAX approved supplier. RE/MAX agents receive a slight discount, and there's 62,000 RE/MAX agents in the US. So they all get to put this in their toolbox. Our goal is to make realtors look good. Even though I'm a realtor, I don't need the listings. I want my clients to look great. What we are doing this quarter, number one, I've just worked on a partnership with the premier virtual staging company in the world, Box Brownie. They will take pictures of empty rooms and put in furniture. So they're focusing on vacant houses. I'm focusing on occupied houses. We're very complementary. That announcement will be coming out. Secondly, I've been building a network nationwide for people that can help. In other words, you get your report and it says you need to do 25 million things, and you look at it and panic a little bit. You want to call in, use what do they call it on that show? Call a friend. I have people all around the country that will come and help with packing, with organizing, shop for accessories, rent them to you. So that is the next step for us. Ultimately, we will be the one-stop shop for home staging nationwide. So if you're intrigued, check us out. The homepage is about to change in the next couple of weeks, just so you know. But I would love to hear feedback. Email me anytime. And I think that's it. Any questions?
Fantastic presentation. And as someone that is currently living in their 7th home, I wish I would have had this conversation long before today.
Yeah, I literally just sold my house last month. And I was like, dang, I wish I would have known this then.
I hate staging. I hate it. I hate preparing my house for sale. I mean, I'm a realtor. I'm supposed to be good at it. I hate it. Stagerie came about because I looked for a solution like this for 2 years. Couldn't find it. I use it on every listing. We have several realtors in the Des Moines area that use it on every listing. It takes away the need for, the realtor to tell the client, hey, your Star Wars stuff needs to be packed up, right? True story. My husband has 9 Star Wars helmets in his office. And if I told him his Star Wars helmets were clutter, he would divorce me. So we let somebody else be the bad guy, right? And it's an expert stager. It's somebody that knows what they're doing.
My issue was that my realtor didn't recognize the value of staging, because I'm confident he said my house was going to sell like that. It didn't sell like that. I know it was because of the staging of my house. Like I had asked him, do I need a stager? And he's like, yeah, but you're not going to need one right now. And so I wish that the realtor didn't recognize the value of staging as well.
Eric, that's a really great point. As the market shifts, and it's shifting, at least in Des Moines, like I can feel the winds, and Jeannie will back me up. We can feel it shift. More and more realtors are going to start differentiating themselves by what services they offer. So you have people that take cell phone pictures and put them on Zillow. God, don't do that. That's horrible. You have people that are going to stage for you. Now, my service is available for homeowners as well. So for future reference, if you have a realtor that doesn't want to do it, do it. There's nothing to stop you. We are also open to for sale by owner market. I mean, yes, I'm a realtor, but I don't believe that staging should only be done by realtors. There's a lot of homeowners out there that know it's important. And I'm sorry you had that experience.
That's okay. I eventually sold and just moved, so we're good. But
wow, this is a fantastic. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, Angela.
I just want to say this is a fantastic presentation, Nora. I love your energy, and your idea is amazing. And I'm so happy for you, and I wish you all the success. I think you have a wonderful opportunity to really maximize on this market. You are a differentiated factor in the home selling market. And in
You.
the Texas market, people are buying houses without even seeing them. That's how it was during COVID. Builders didn't use realtors anymore, just selling the
Yes.
houses. So
I
you
am a
have a
part of
wonderful.
a few national groups where there's is it Lennar in Texas and D.R. Horton that's building quite a few without a realtor?
Yeah, it's a lot of them. And this is an opportunity for you to be able to, maximize your resources on this as well. Um, I would suggest, I think your rate is affordable. And that's a really good thing. But when you think about how people shop, and especially women, we look at the details and you get what you pay for. And I think your affordability is your strength, but I also think that it's something you may want to look at, increasing your prices. I would increase them by 50%. I really would.
Oh, I love that.
I really, really would.
I have been considering an increase, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if it's better to gain traction first and then increase or go up first. What do you think?
I think you go up at least $250, $300. And then if you want to create maybe a couple of different tiers so that you don't have a one size fits all, you could do that as well. Because what happens is, and the way people shop is, and we were just talking about Louis Vuitton, we were just talking about shopping. You know what? It's something about when you have a higher price point that people either take recognition to you and they know the value of the service is going to be at a gold standard. And you have this gold standard service, this gold standard platform. And I really think that you need to have a gold standard price.
Okay. I love that. Thank you. So, and
Yes,
I've heard 3 tiers. You need 3 tiers: bronze, silver, gold.
yeah, something like that. You could definitely do that. And maybe your value tier is the 180, but I think you need to definitely add on everything because you're talking about one-stop shop for everything. So maybe you have this home selling accelerator program that it includes, everything from the top to the bottom, left and right side, everything. That could be it as well. That includes the extra value where people are packing up stuff or something like that. Maybe you have that as well. But yeah, I think I would recommend you take a look at that and see how
Okay.
that would price because you would get more revenue that way.
I love it.
Okay.
I love it.
Because, and here's the other thing, even though you may have people who have houses that sell maybe 200,000, 300,000, there is a luxury market for house selling.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think you need to, um, and you can even look at your price tiers in terms of either the packages you offer based on just, the value of the packages and a really good price point, or you could base it based on the level of that the price the house is selling. That's another
Sure.
option too to look at.
Or
You
the
have to see which
size,
works best for you. Yeah,
or the
you have to
size
see
of the
what.
house.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Because a $500,000 house is selling, and that's the average sale price here in the Frisco area. You
Yes.
know what? 180 is like, come on. They're used to paying a lot bit more. They would expect to pay more. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do. Thank you so much. Yes.
hmm And then the last thing here is I had this magazine I was reading, Every Holiday. I was just reading this the other day, but it's Every Holiday. And it's this magazine, it's this local magazine here in Frisco. And this edition was like the top realtors. So it is 4 or 5 pages of realtors' email addresses. I'm going to scan it to you. Put your email in the chat box. I'm going to scan it and I'm going to send it to you. So you have some contact information. So these are realtors in Texas, in Frisco, North Texas area.
Thank you. I just put my email address in the chat. It's nora@stagerie.com. Thank you so much, Angela. And
Okay.
I would love to connect anyway.
Oh yeah, my pleasure. And then the last thing is that, I think, make sure that your messaging that you're using for your company, your brand identity, I think is great, but make sure you come up with this um, memorable tagline you want to use, and really stick to the branding. And so when you use your messaging, make sure whether it's on Facebook, I think you need to really leverage social media to really drive traffic on your business. And you could do Instagram Live. You can do have monthly webinars and really create this demand for staging homes and talk about, stats, make your post about stats. You are telling a story of why you need your home staged so they can tell the story of their home and why it's valuable for the seller to purchase the home. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, I do.
And so leverage Instagram lives. You can, just post pictures of your before and afters, because that's really what's going to bring people to your company. Is just how you're speaking about your business and this concierge service that you provide for staging that's so much different and unique than anybody else. Does that help?
And Carol, you had put something in the chat. You can use Stagerie for your personal house. One of our first 3 questions is, are you designing for personal use? And then for each, for the project and for overall notes, you can actually say like, I really want to keep this bedspread. How would I design around it?
Mm-hmm.
It's not something I've really pushed yet because the interior design, online interior design space is filling up fast. The staging aspect, nobody's doing it.
Mm-hmm. And I have to, as a female, I like watching HGTV on my, in next to the housewives, but then I also like looking at realtor homes on Zillow. Oh, how much is selling? I love to look at the rooms. I like to look at the details, the lighting, everything. You could potentially add photography service to your higher dollar package. So that way, if you're a one-stop shop, so the realtors don't have to worry about that. You're going to stage the home, you're going to take care of it, get your little pillows from TJ Maxx and Target, and you have a photographer to come out, take the pictures you need, and all they have to do is click, snap, click and post.
Yep, that would
So
be
you can
ideal.
add that.
There's a couple of nationwide photography companies. VHT is the one that comes to mind. So it would have to be some sort of how to get into that market without, I want to grow mine first.
Sure.
Before I compete with the juggernauts.
Sure, understood. That's fair.
No, I mean, maybe that's not fair. I don't know. Tell me if I'm wrong. But that's the other reason I don't mess with virtual staging. First of all, virtual staging doesn't always work in every market because the buyer is expecting to see this beautifully furnished house and they go in and it's empty.
Mm-hmm.
And
now,
so,
I was thinking about just adding for the homes that you're staging, adding the photographer to take the pictures for the realtor so the realtor doesn't have to go back.
To schedule it, yeah. No, it's a good point. I need to ponder how to make that work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, but
Thank
just
you.
thoughts. So I
Gosh,
hope this
you're
is
brilliant.
helpful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nora, I've seen you present before, and so I appreciate the opportunity to see it again today. I think it just keeps getting better and better every time I see it. So love the presentation, the content, and all of that stuff, and super excited for where things are going for you, and hope that we can help along that way. So yeah.
I know you're on my list, Dawn. We actually had our best month ever in August.
Congratulations.
So
that's wonderful.
Brought in a new stager, had multiple repeat clients. So yes, now it's time to deliver September.
Awesome.
So how are you using testimonials, Nora? That could be a big part of your marketing campaign.
Not well enough. I mean, to be honest, not well enough. I'm putting them more prominently on the website. I have an email campaign. I am not good at the social media, and I'm a sole founder. And so finding the right fit around social media has proven difficult, and being consistent about it. The other issue is befores and afters. I don't put before photos unless the client approves it later. And I certainly won't do it until the house sells, like closed.
Sure. Yeah.
So they are often delayed and they're just not as like, wow, oh my God, they changed everything. They don't.
Right. But you have before and afters that you are able now to
I
put
have some.
and get, yeah, use that as your content, and especially in your email strategy. Are you using Klaviyo on email or MailChimp?
Neither. I'm using Infusionsoft's Keep as my CRM and broadcast email.
Oh,
And
okay.
with all the
Okay.
A/B testing, et cetera, it has all I can tag and set up automations.
Okay, got it. There is so much that you could do with that in terms of content. Repurpose your content. You can do quick, you know, again, the content for email marketing and really building up your list is about added value too. So you can do like, 3-point checklist. Here are some tips, for staging your home. How do you look for the right stager? You have so much content that you can just repurpose and create you a monthly social media calendar so that you can, just kind of
Just get it out.
organize your thoughts. Yeah, yeah. And I also share with you LeBeau's information. She has a company that does social media management and graphics for people
Okay.
here. So I'll
Thank
share
you.
information with you. Oh, my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So during your presentation, you had kind of what you've done up to this point. What do the next couple of years look like for Stagerie?
Traction.
Mhm.
Traction. Some of my new features that I'm implementing are going to be implemented from a very manual basis for now. While I have a network of stagers and organizers outside of Iowa that I can lean on, it is going to be manual. I need to show traction before I want to spend money on building more code.
Sure.
The next step after that will be fundraising. And I don't need much. 100,000 would do it for sure, and then some, right? But what I'm continually asked in fundraising things is, yes, but what traction do you have?
Yep.
So those are the next steps. I'm starting to do events, realtor conventions. So I just got back last month from one in Austin, the broker owner convention for REMAX. I will be in Council Bluffs in October for the Iowa Association of Realtor convention as an exhibitor.
Nice.
I will also be teaching a class for IAR on best listing practices. So much of the education that's out there for realtors is all about how do you get leads.
Right.
Seems silly. What about doing well for the clients you have? My take on it. So it's those kinds of testing out every traction channel to see what fits, to be honest.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
So you seem to be, you're a realtor and you're doing the stagerie. So you're kind of a serial entrepreneur, if you will. What led you to this point? What was your past?
I was in IT for 17 years.
Okay.
Started as a tester in Y2K. I'm dating myself. Went into coding, database administration, software design, warehousing and manufacturing and financial software, project management. And then one day, and there was a lot that led up to it, but one day my boss said, "Hey, I need to find you your next project." And I said, "Don't bother. I think I'm done." And then I called my husband and went, "I think I quit my job today." Spent about 6 months trying to figure out who I wanted to be when I grew up. Went into real estate on a whim. It's really easy to get a real estate license, by the way. It's 96 hours of training, a background check, a fingerprint, and it's easy. And then started working with Jeannie, who's on the call. She was a former client, and she was doing all my staging. What I found is that sometimes people don't love hearing feedback in person. Jeannie's nodding her head. So plus timing wise, it was hard to schedule Jeannie and it was hard to schedule the client. And I just said, this is silly. We're making separate trips to the home. Plus, Jeannie is now Jeannie has now gotten her license, so I don't get to use her as an exclusive stager anymore. So it's been just a matter of finding something that I wanted to do and doing it, really. I don't have a 5-year plan anymore. If that makes any sense. But I'm really sick of seeing ugly homes. And not because the home is ugly. It's because, you know, there's refrigerator magnets and there's too much stuff. And my clients are like trying to crawl over ottomans. And then I see homes that are beautifully staged. And the client will say, oh my gosh, this is the one I want to buy. And I'll say, hold on. You know, the furniture doesn't come. And it's 1 bedroom less than you wanted. And it doesn't have a garage. Yes, but this is the one I want to buy. Okay, we can do that. So we'll see. My goal is to exit though in a decade. I want to sell it within the next decade.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Sure.
Good.
Maybe to Remax.
Maybe to Remax,
Right.
maybe to Zillow, maybe
Yeah.
to
Yes.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon. It could be Redfin.
Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones.
Is Amazon in the real estate market yet? If not,
I'm just kidding. I don't know. They're in everything
Don't give
else.
them any ideas.
I was like, have I missed it? I know everything else.
Nora, I just wanted to thank you so much for your time. I'm so happy that I found this conversation last night on Fem City and like zoomed back from dropping off my kids this morning to log in. So personally, I've been doing some home staging with a realtor friend of mine and, you know, just kind of dabbling in this marketplace with the occupied homes. And I think like for sure you have something. I'm glad you started it because I was going to start it, but it's nice that you've already done some work.
Yes, I saw your message.
I messaged
So you're in
you.
Des Moines. I'm in Des Moines.
Yeah.
We can meet on Zoom or in person.
Love that. So, I mean, I have a million questions and I won't bog you down. We can chat offline, but, so, you know, one of the things that I've already experienced with staging homes, and I totally agree that, I mean, a few things can change the entire room and let the home speak instead of the loud half 60-inch purple curtains hung in a window. Like just throw in long white drapes, please, and let's call it a day and just let the light in the room. So it sounds like you're providing a checklist and that the owners will be purchasing these things to stage their own home. Is that correct?
However, this is what I am rolling out. I am building the network to allow if somebody doesn't want to do the checklist themselves, then bringing somebody else in to say, great, I have your stuff. I'll shop for you if you want to keep the stuff. I'll bring in my decor if you want to rent it from me as an add-on service.
Yeah, because, you know, as what I found was in this one recent home that we did, you know, I purchased long curtains and just some throws to, or not throws, I'm losing track, but things to put over couches and ottomans because they just had throw blankets all over the place. And the owners purchased them from me. It's like I was their own personal shopper anyway because they wanted this in their house. But you know, maybe some of the bigger items like artwork and things, being a little bit more thoughtful through those things. You know, not looking like I think Angela had mentioned before, maybe not getting the thing off the shelf at Target, but just, you know, making it a customized experience, especially for what I'm hearing is that like $400,000, $500,000 house here in Des Moines that's having a hard time selling because you're competing with new homes, right? And the 1990s home all of a sudden is like
with the golden oak.
Yeah, which can be beautiful with right paint colors, but
you and Jeannie need to talk, Tara. Jeannie has said that to me multiple times.
Yeah, I know. As I'm sitting here looking at my like You know, like best wall colors to go with honey oak, which by the way, that color is coming back. It's warming up spaces and it's making people feel alive in their homes again, instead of just white and gray, which my house is. But okay,
Now,
well,
I agree wholeheartedly. I think there's a
you know,
huge market for the next phase.
Yes, because as you said, like the interior design space online, the Havenleys, the Modsies, all of these services that are being done, you know, virtually. And I also think there's room to use virtual staging and occupied staging together. So you're not necessarily going into that empty space or that space that doesn't have some touches, but you can see what the house can be.
Or if you have rooms that are just empty because maybe you're downsizing, you could do virtual staging in those rooms, print the photos, put them on an easel in the house.
Yes.
As opposed to renting furniture. But the main rooms are staged. Yes, there's so much that can be done.
So much.
Oh, so excited.
Yeah.
Yes, I put my calendar request into the chat window, or you can email me.
Okay, yeah, perfect. I'll send you an email. Thank you.
Any other questions? Questions, comments, suggestions?
You know what? Yeah, this is Angela again. And I was just thinking, you know, as I'm hearing the conversation, you know what? And we talk about this personal concierge experience, this personal shopping experience that, you know, people tend to like in purchasing their clothes and fashions. What if they also had this opportunity, the same experience, but for homes? So let's say you add another service to your staging company, whereas you can shop for their homes. So people are decorating, because what typically happens when women see things in magazine pictures or online, ooh, I want that for my house. Or watching HDTV or The Housewives, ooh, I would love for my house to to look like that. But they don't know where to go to get that. And they become all stressed out trying to find, hey, do I have this same gray? Or can I find curtains or pillows to match this gray color in my house? And so what if you offer this home shopping experience for people who may want it to, you know, elevate their homes or you know, just change the scenery, or that maybe they're moving to a new home and just want to decorate. You could really think about a second source of revenue stream for a home shopping.
Affiliate shopping is an option, and moving into design is an option as well.
Mm-hmm.
What I like about this spot is that there's so many areas it can go, right? You've touched on photography, you've touched on design. Basically, Angela, you and I just need to be co-founders is really. But yes, there are. And here's another one that I would love to do sometime is integrate with furniture rental warehouses to where as part of the report, the stager could say, here as a vacant report, right? Here is what you need for your house. I'm going to go in and reserve it right now. Tell me when they can move it in.
Yeah, perfect. And that's your plush package. Yeah, that's the big one.
That would be the plus. Could also get into staging Airbnbs.
That is brilliant.
Anybody have a good contact at Airbnb?
Call Amazon, Jerry Jones.
I got Jeff Bezos on speed dial. I wish.
Yeah, that is awesome.
There's a lot of different paths. The hard part about being an entrepreneur is knowing which ones to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You're absolutely right with that. And for entrepreneurs, I would say, you know, and again, you need to create what your business model is going to be, you know, and not necessarily based on everybody else, but what is your business model? And I always tell entrepreneurs, and even when I've worked with brands, I've worked with brands in food and beauty, big brands, multi-million-dollar brands. And I tell them, hey, you got to run your race. And I tell this to individuals as well. You got to run your race. Don't try to be like someone else because you're going to fail. Just be the best you can, the only you that you can be. and take your strengths, take your passion, take your mission, create your business model for you, create short-term and long-term goals, and make sure these goals are achievable. And hold yourself accountable and do what works for you. You can create a business model that doesn't look like anybody else's. It's okay. Amazon guy did it. Jerry Jones did it. So you can do it too. Just
Angela,
don't try to run anybody's race but yours.
Do you follow Backstage Capital or Arlen Hamilton?
Nope. Never heard
Okay,
of
so announcement for everybody. My book is, 1 second. I do have it in my office. Hold on. I don't know if everybody can see this, but if you are at all interested in entrepreneurship.
Yes, I follow her. Yes, I follow her.
This
yes,
is the book you have to read. This woman bootstrapped a venture capital firm to $100 million investment. She invests in underrepresented founders. I don't know if you can see the title.
Mm-hmm.
It's about damn time. And Angela, you basically quoted about a chapter of it.
Yep. I have read about her and watched her, but yes. Mm-hmm.
Sorry, this was my most recent read, so that's the one that I think as a nonfiction, I normally read once. It's going to get a second read with a highlighter. It was that good.
But yeah, that's what entrepreneurship is all about. And not everybody gets the chance to stand in front of Shark Tank. Not everyone gets a chance to meet those people who are just going to pour in hundreds of thousands of dollars into your company. But the most important thing is, are you proud of the company that you're building? And can you look yourself in the mirror and say, hey, I'm doing a great job?
I can sleep at night.
Yes. Set your own time. I have peace.
I want to see pretty houses.
Very simple. That is what your company is about, basically. Yeah. And that's your messaging. Yes. That's your messaging. We want to see pretty houses. That's it.
Yeah, I'm trying not to use I'm sick of showing ugly homes because that's a little negative.
Debbie Downer.
But it works.
It works.
It works. Mm-hmm. So thank you guys so much.
Yeah, I like to see pretty houses. It's a good tagline for
a little
Stagerie.
bit better. Yeah.
We are running up against the end of our time here, so I do want to ask our final question. What can we as a community do to help you?
You know what? This has been amazing, Jay, because I think I applied and then you reached out to me, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity. If any of you have connections to people that might be interested in trying the service, let me know. Also looking for, I wouldn't say actively fundraising, but I am looking for potential property tech investments and a potential co-founder. Mm-hmm. Because entrepreneurship is lonely.
Yes.
And the problem is once you put out there, like on Twitter, you're looking for a co-founder, you get everybody with an opinion and not a lot of thought or experience. So I'm not doing that.